Students, now it's time to discuss psychographic segmentation. The name itself suggests when you talk about a psychographic, that is related to psychology, state of mind. An individual behavior is notably governed by his psychographic profile. Psychological basis refers to the inner or intrinsic, that is internal characteristics of an individual consumer. The psychographic profile of the buyer is used as a base for segmenting the market, because consumer within the same geographic and demographic group can exhibit quite different psychographic characteristics. Psychographic construct of a person is a major determinant of his or her behavior, because as psychographic construct, that relates to the state of mind. So psychological characteristics of one consumer that differentiate him or her when they reside in a same geographic and demographic profile. Here, psychographic segmentation helps to identify people based on the way they think. Yes, students, this you need to keep in mind twice. Psychographic segmentation helps to identify people based on the way they think, because as it is related to the state of mind and the kind of life they want to live, and that's why you will always differentiate the lifestyle, that how they are living, a pattern of living of a particular individual differentiate him or her than the another one. Specifically based on the occupation, education they have, you can always differentiate the psychographic parameters of one consumer than that to the another one. And that's why this segmentation mainly focuses on psychology, that is inner state of mind of the customer, which can be focused upon the company for their marketing activities, specifically the products which is lifestyle products, and products which will specifically for those group of customers who is having this differentiation of the state of mind. For them the psychographic segmentation is done. The concept specifically when you talk about the psychographic segmentation, characteristics of buyers like social class they belong. Social class here we have already discussed is one of the parameter in a demographic segmentation also, but in a way of occupation, a state of mind and a personality always differentiate a one consumer than that to the another one based on the lifestyle they live, perception they have, the learning and attitude and the personality they have. Accordingly they'll choose or not to choose certain products. If you consider the psychographic segmentation, students, the lifestyle of a consumer, personality traits, values and attitudes, activities, interest and opinion, specifically which is known as AIO, fine, and the social status of one buyer then that to the another always differentiate them to purchase certain products. So psychologically the behavior of the consumer is different in terms of other consumer, may they belong to the same demographic or geographic profile or not, fine. So this is again a very popular and you can say a detailed view of understanding the consumers and segmenting the market. Now there are 5 factors of psychographic segmentation that the company need to consider. The first one, that is lifestyle. Now lifestyle, that is totally known as a pattern of living, a pattern of style that the consumer live, fine. So within the same demographic profile, આપણે રાજકોટ સિટીની વાત કરીએ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, તો લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ બધાની અલગ અલગ હશે. તમે કદાચ તમે તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ સાથે તમારી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ કમ્પેર કરો તો તમારી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ અલગ છે. લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ ઇઝ અ પેટર્ન ઓફ લિવિંગ, બરાબર. પેટર્ન ઓફ લિવિંગમાં એક્સરસાઇઝ સવારે ક્યારે ઉઠો છો, ક્યારે એક્સરસાઇઝ કરો છો, મિલ્ક પીવો છો, ટી પીવો છો, કોફી પીવો છો, કયા ટાઈપનું ફૂડ લ્યો છો, બરાબર, કયા રિલિજન પ્રમાણે ટ્રેડિશન ફોલો કરો છો, બરાબર. તો તમારી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ કદાચ તમારા ફ્રેન્ડથી અલગ હોય જ, બરાબર. તમે તો એક સેમ પર્ટિક્યુલર એજ્યુકેશન બેકગ્રાઉન્ડમાં છો, બધા BBA જ કરતા હો છો, તો પણ છતાં તમારી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ એક સરખી હોતી નથી. તો ઓક્યુપેશન વાઇઝ હાઉ કેન યુ ઇમેજિન દેટ ધ લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ ઓફ અ વન પર્સન ઇઝ કોમન ટુ ધી અનધર વન. બરાબર, ડૉક્ટર જે રીતે પોતાની લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ લીવ કરતા હોય, સેલ્સમેન, lawyers, chartered accountants, they all having, because they are differentiating, they are following and doing different occupation, they live different lifestyle. Even the consumer also exhibit the different opinion. Barabar, opinion of one consumer, may they live in a same demographic and geographic profile, their opinion is always different. કારણ કે માણસ ફરી જાય એટલે એનું પરસેપ્શન, એનું એટીટ્યુડ, એનું ઓપિનિયન ચેન્જ થવાનું છે. સેકન્ડ વિલ બી ધ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ. બરાબર, તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ ગ્રુપમાં તમારા બધાનો ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ ક્યારેય એક સરખો હોવાનો નથી. ધ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ ઓફ વન પર્સન, બીકોઝ ધીસ ઇઝ ઓલ રિલેટેડ ટુ ધી સાયકોલોજીકલ પેરામીટર સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, ધ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ ઓફ વન પર્સન ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ ડિફરન્ટ દેન ધી અનધર વન. The next one, which is activities. When you talk about the activities, how activities that will be done. બરાબર, તમે કઈ એક્ટિવિટીઝ કરો છો, તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ, તમારા રિલેટિવ્સ, બરાબર, you just have to observe in terms of one person activities is always differentiated than the another one. And the last one, which is a social status, depending આપણે તો સમાજના ઓક્યુપેશન વાઇઝ સોશિયલ સ્ટેટસ છે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ. બરાબર, ઇન્કમ ગ્રુપ વાઇઝ સોશિયલ સ્ટેટસ છે, લોઅર ઇન્કમ ગ્રુપ, મિડલ ઇન્કમ ગ્રુપ એન્ડ રિચ ક્લાસ ઓર હાયર ઇન્કમ ગ્રુપ. બરાબર, જે પ્રમાણે ઇન્કમ ગ્રુપ છે, જે પ્રમાણે લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ છે, એ જ પ્રમાણે પાછું એ વ્યક્તિઓનું સોશિયલ સ્ટેટસ છે, સમાજમાં સ્થાન છે. બરાબર, આપણે અહીંયા સોશિયલ સ્ટેટસમાં બહુ ઇમ્બેલેન્સ તમને જોવા મળશે. બરાબર, સો ઇન ઇન્ડિયન economy, if you will find the social status is always designed bifurcated on the basis of the income they earn, the occupation they carry, and the wealth they have. It will define the social status and lifestyle of a particular person. So these are major factors that will define and differentiate one person than the another one. Now there are four main bases you can say related to the psychographic segmentation. The first one is a social class. Fine. Here social class doesn't mean income based, કારણ કે income based social class તો આપણે ડેમોગ્રાફિકમાં ડિસ્કસ કરી જ લીધો છે. ઇટ મીન્સ રિલેટિવ સ્ટેટસ ઇન કમ્યુનિટી. તમારું કમ્યુનિટીમાં સ્ટેટસ કેવું છે. Consumers in different social class vary in terms of values, product preferences and buying habits. The concept of social class implies a hierarchy in which individuals occupy a different status. In a same class, generally they have the same degree of status, while members of the other class have either higher or a lower status. આપણી સોસાયટીમાં આપણી વેલ્યુઝ, આપણી પ્રોડક્ટની પ્રેફરન્સીસ, આપણી બાઇંગ હેબિટ્સના આધારે આપણું સોશિયલ ક્લાસ ડિફાઇન થાય છે. બરાબર, that differentiate the hierarchy of individual, that they occupy a different status in the society. અને એ સ્ટેટસ પ્રમાણે આપણે જોઈએ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ તો લોઅર થી શરૂ કરી લોઅર, મિડલ અને હાયર સ્ટેટસ સુધીના ક્લાસીસ છે. દરેક ક્લાસ, each class has specific values, tradition and habits. બરાબર, in an Indian context, community is divided like higher class, middle class and lower class. સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, આ હાયર ક્લાસ, મિડલ ક્લાસ, લોઅર ક્લાસ ઇન્કમ બેઝ સેગમેન્ટેશનમાં છે. અહીંયા ખાલી ઇન્કમ નથી જોવાની, અહીંયા લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ જોવાની છે, અહીંયા વેલ્યુઝ જોવાની છે, અહીંયા ટ્રેડિશન જોવાની છે, અહીંયા ઓક્યુપેશન જોવાનું છે. ફાઇન. સો સાયકોલોજીકલી જો તમે ડિફરન્શિએટ કરો તો મેન્ટાલિટી અને સ્ટેટ ઓફ માઇન્ડ ઓફ અ લોઅર ક્લાસ પીપલ, કારણ કે એની પાસે એજ્યુકેશન ઓછું હોય, social status ઓછું હોય, income base ઓછું હોય, and the psychology and a state of mind of the rich people who are living that lifestyle, income વધારે છે, occupation એ ટાઈપના બિઝનેસીસ મોટા હોય, અર્નિંગ હ્યુજ ઇન્કમ, લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ એવી લીવ કરતા હોય, એજ્યુકેટેડ હોય એટલે અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ લેવલ એ લોકોનું વધારે હોય. બરાબર, તો સાયકોલોજીકલી યુ કેન ઓલ્સો ડિફરન્શિએટ લોઅર, મિડલ એન્ડ હાયર ક્લાસ. So specifically products like status related products, mobile, clothing, watches, vehicles. Fine. There are BMW, Ferrari, Ray-Ban, sunglasses, Reebok shoes, all branded watches and lifestyle products specifically suitable to higher social class. Fine. So psychologically the higher social class won't justify or cannot bargain in terms of a quality. They're ready to pay high price, but they want novelty in a product, they want style, they want status, whereas in comparison to the lower class they don't want these all things. So psychologically you can differentiate the customers in terms of the social class. The second one, which is lifestyle. Lifestyle, which is a total pattern of life. It can be defined as one's own way of living. Yes students, it is the one's own way of living. It is reflected in terms of interest, association, use of products and way of influencing others. People purchase those products which reflect to their lifestyle. આજે તમે સ્ટુડન્ટ છો અત્યારે and we are teachers, so we'll purchase products which will suit to our lifestyle, and you will purchase the products which will suit you to your lifestyle as you are living a life of students presently. So it is a pattern of living, it is a pattern of life. Fine. And it is way of influencing others too. Fine. When after the graduation, maybe a post graduation, when you will go for the job and you will purchase the products which will suit to your lifestyle depending on the field you will select. So people purchase those products which reflect their lifestyle, specifically products like car, motorbike, cell phone, magazines, cigarettes, wine, cosmetics and clothing. These are the lifestyle products. Students, generally psychologically, if you will find in terms of the segmentation, majority of the segmentation that is intersect in relation to lifestyle, social class, personality and buying habits. So majority of the personal products that the individual is using in his or her lifestyle, like car, motorbike, cell phone, magazine, cigarettes, cosmetics, even clothing, even these are general lifestyle products. Depending on the consumer needs and wants, in which kind of the lifestyle they live, they'll purchase, prefer or not to prefer certain products. Third one, which is personality. Now personality and lifestyle that go hand in hand. તમે આને બહુ differentiate ના કરી શકો, બરાબર. consumer buy those products that suit to their personality, બરાબર. clothing માં પણ you will try that particular clothes and you will see કે color, design, style તમને શૂટ કરે છે કે નહીં, કારણ કે personality they depend on the physical. Personality will be reflected and will be designed and differentiated in terms of the three parameters. પહેલું તો તમારો psychological appearance, બરાબર. physical appearance એટલે height, weight, complexion, આ બધું બધાનું એક સરખું હોય નહીં, બરાબર. psychological appearance, depending on how psychologically you will accept or not to accept certain products. અને ત્રીજી વસ્તુ, lifestyle that you live, the occupation that you have. Fine. એટલે personality will always dependent on these three things. So personality which is determined by certain physical and mental characteristics. મેં હમણાં જ તમને કીધું students. So mental or psychological characteristics are more relevant for this segmentation. Personality characteristics, like how you can differentiate the personality of one person to the another. ઘણામાં બહુ સેલ્ફ કોન્ફિડન્સ હોય, એક જ વારમાં પ્રોડક્ટ સિલેક્ટ કરી લે, સુટેબિલિટી જોઈ લે કે મને સૂટ થશે નહીં થાય, ને ઘણામાં સેલ્ફ કોન્ફિડન્સ ઓછો હોય અને ઘણામાં હોય જ નહીં. એક્સ્ટ્રોવર્ટનેસ, ફોર્મનેસ, ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલિઝમ, બેલેન્સ, sociability, impressiveness, willpower, talent. These are all so many personality characteristics that will differentiate. ભલે એ સેમ ડેમોગ્રાફિક પ્રોફાઇલમાં હોય કન્ઝ્યુમર, સેમ જીઓગ્રાફિક પ્રોફાઇલ હોય, પણ છતાં પર્સનાલિટી દરેક વ્યક્તિની અલગ છે, કારણ કે એનું સેલ્ફ કોન્ફિડન્સ અલગ છે. ઘણા એક્સ્ટ્રોવર્ટ હોય, ઘણા ઇન્ટ્રોવર્ટ હોય, ઘણા બહુ ફોર્મ હોય, બરાબર. ઘણા બહુ સોશિયેબિલિટી હોય, ઘણા બહુ સોશિયલ હોય. ફાઇન. અને ઘણામાં વિલ પાવર હોય, એવા સ્પેસિફિક ટેલેન્ટ્સ હોય. So personality of one person is differentiating then to the another one, and so according to their characteristics they prefer or not to prefer certain products. So their need and preferences that changes depending on the personality they carry. So these segmentation may be specifically again used for these all personal products like car, clothing, bikes, houses, sunglasses, footwear, cosmetics, jewelry and so on. Fine. Fourth and the last one, which is a buying motive. When you talk about a student's a buying motive, that is aim, goal to purchase certain products. So with which motive the people will buy the products? So buying motive, that refers to the purpose of buying the product. What consumers expect from the product is a matter of interest for a marketer. People hold different motives for different products. They buy those products that can match with their expectations. Now buying motives may be a durability. Now when you will purchase and when you want to buy certain products from the market, you will always differentiate in terms of the benefits the product which offers to you. Fine. In terms of durability, reliability, taste, safety, as performance, services, prestige, status, so many buying motives are there, students. તમે મોબાઈલ પરચેસ કરવા જાઓ છો, તમે સેમસંગ લઈને આવો છો, તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ જાય છે સોની ઇરેક્સન લાવે છે, બરાબર, કોઈ એપલ આઈફોન પરચેસ કરે છે, કોઈ ઓપ્પો લે છે, બીકોઝ ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલ a particular person have a different buying motives. કોઈકને કેમેરા સારો જોઈએ છે, કોઈકને મ્યુઝિક સારું જોઈએ છે, કોઈકને સ્ક્રીન સરસ મજાની જોઈએ છે, કોઈકનો અપિયરન્સ સારો જોતો હોય છે. So according to their buying motive, they have certain need and preferences. એટલે buying motive બધા સાયકોલોજીકલી મેન્ટલ સ્ટેટ ઓફ માઇન્ડ છે કે મને જે કલર ગમે છે એ તમને ના જ ગમતો હોય, બરાબર. તમારી જે બાઇંગ મોટિવ છે મારા કરતાં જુદા હોય. તમે ડ્યુરેબિલિટી જોવો છો, હું લુક જોઉં છું, તમે અપિયરન્સ જોવો છો અથવા તમે સ્ટાઇલ જોવો છો, જ્યારે હું સ્ટેટસ જોઉં છું. સો બાઇંગ મોટિવ ઓફ અ ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલ કન્ઝ્યુમર that differentiate their need and preferences than that to the another one, and so that specifically products like automobile, furniture, electronic products, travel, gold, jewelry, hotels, charitable activities also, students. Fine, because I'll do charitable activities with this particular motive, you will do with another motive. So the charitable activity also which will differentiate the customers then to the another one. Fine. So these are psychographic, or you can say the psychological base for the segmentation. Fine, that differentiate consumers in terms of the need and preferences. Now you people have a one confusion in your mind, that how you can differentiate the psychological and demographic parameters. Fine, the picture you are seeing on the screen where a lady is there having a demographic profile. Fine, she lives in London, having family with 1 children. She is a medical professional, 32 years old, and earning a $100K per year. That is her demographic profile. Now the same lady, when you will compare in terms of the psychographic, she is a saucer fan, she enjoys holiday, she is a good saver, she is a cat lover, she likes dance and music. હવે જો આ બધી લાઇકનેસ ભલે ડેમોગ્રાફિક પ્રોફાઇલ આવી એક લેડીનું એક સરખું તમને જોવા મળશે, પણ એના સાયકોલોજીકલ કેરેક્ટરિસ્ટિક્સ ક્યારેય તમને એક સરખા જોવા મળશે નહીં. બધાને જ મ્યુઝિક ગમતું હોય, બધી જ લેડીઝ કેટ લવર હોય, ગુડ સેવર હોય એવું જરૂરી નથી. So the people who live in a same demographic profile, they exhibit different psychological characteristics. Again, you can look at this particular chart where you can differentiate the customers in terms of the demographic features like age, gender, occupation, location, education and marital status, whereas psychographic you can differentiate in terms of personality traits, lifestyle, attitude, values, interest and beliefs. That's it for the today's session, students. I am ending the session with this thought: if markets are to be segmented and cultivated, there must be certain requirements, because the segmentation cannot done in a haphazard way. It should be cultivated to meet certain requirements, and that's why I have already repeated this particular statement, that your segments require certain good qualities. It should be measurable, it should be substantial, it should be accessible, it should be differentiable, it should differentiate one segments then to another one. The segment should have a differentiability, and it should be actionable. So these are the good qualities of the segment. When marketers segment the market, they need to think these parameters and qualities into mind. Fine, and that's why each and every segment must meet certain requirement. Thank you students. I am ending the session. Good luck. Goodbye.